Hi, I'm Avery Davidson.
And I'm Kristen Oaks White. Thank you for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, the only TV show bringing Louisiana farmers and consumers together every week.
Well, right now, where many consumers get hands-on with agriculture is at the local pumpkin patch, which is a form of agritourism. In fact, there are 79 agritourism sites certified by the LSU Ag Center across the state, up by more than 200% since 2007.
Our newest reporter, TWILA's Rebecca Buchanan, takes us to Tangipahoa Parish between Albany and Hammond, where Miss Heather's Pumpkin Patch is using agritourism to teach children the spirit of agriculture.
I can't wait!
Margarita and her classmates take their search on Miss Heather's Pumpkin Patch seriously as they scout out the perfect pumpkin to decorate for fall.
We're going to pick a picture and then we're going to paint it with our paint.
It's all fall decor and happy children now, but owner Heather Hughes says the dry season took its toll on the pumpkins. Even the corn maze had a slow beginning.
So we tried to plant it in the middle of July, and I planted it, no rain. And I had to replant it and got a little rain on it. But we finally got us a little one. I told someone, it's just like the pumpkins. I had to plant them twice to get a few of the seeds, and it was like it was raining all around us, but not where I needed it.
So the 2-acre corn maze is a little short this year, but the pumpkins came through.
And I'm thinking, oh, I guess I'm not going to get any pumpkins. Well, all of a sudden, they all started coming out.
But the 3-acre pumpkin patch does not provide enough for the thousands of kids who come visit Miss Heather's farm each year. So Miss Heather orders about 20,000 pumpkins from New Mexico to make sure every child gets to find their favorite pumpkin. The struggles and growth cycle on the field become a valuable life tool for the kids visiting Miss Heather's Pumpkin Patch. For the last 20 years, she has lived her passion by inviting the kids to her home and educating them about life on the farm.
So the life cycle, like I said, this sets the stage and they see it concrete here, but then like in the classroom when we talk about it again, about the way children grow, we can relate it back to this. You know, starting from the infant and, you know, the toddler, adolescent, adulthood, that kind of thing.
In the last 8 years, Jackie Lass says her students from Casa de Amigos preschool learn lessons from the pumpkin patch they just can't get in the classroom.
I get to see, like I said, that little light bulb that I tried so hard in the classroom, and they were like teetering on. I kind of get what she's saying, but I'm not quite sure. But then when they come here and they see it, then it's like, wow, okay, I did make an impact on them. They are understanding what we're trying to teach them.
Seeds are stuck to what's called pulp on the inside. It's like little strings. And on the inside, they're wrapped and woven.
Miss Heather's excitement inspires kids to grow their own vines.
Who likes to play in the dirt?
Just sitting down for the few minutes my son did with Miss Heather, he was talking about the seeds and how he wants to grow a pumpkin in his backyard now.
Using the seeds from their new pumpkins to grow at home is an activity Pierce's teachers encourage.
It really does a lot of things. Once you're not just teaching them, you know, what a garden is and the life cycle of a seed, but you're also teaching them to care for something. You're teaching them to nurture. So it has a lot more benefits than just, you know, the science aspect of it.
Miss Heather empowers the kids to start their own gardens as she teaches the basics on how it's done.
Now the reason why we only put 3 seeds in the hole is to make sure at least one of your seeds sprouts and grows.
Pierce's mom, Jennifer Metrogene, says learning about agriculture gives the kids a new perspective.
I think it teaches kids a lot about responsibility, and I think it teaches them, you know, that stuff just doesn't appear, that it has to grow. It sort of brings, you know, like everyday things to life that they don't normally think about. They get to see all the other kids and they get to interact with nature in different ways and kind of learn more about themselves and how other people react with nature.
And they do. Their imaginations run wild, whether they're playing in the sensory bucket, running through a corn maze, jumping on hay bales, or picking their pumpkins. They get to experience the gifts of fall together.
You want to hold it?
I think it makes them grow. I think it makes them develop.
Get to see all of nature and pumpkins and things growing that they don't get to see in the city. And they're having fun doing it. It's something that they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
Miss Heather's is much more than just a pumpkin patch and corn maze. It's an actual real working farm that spans 500 acres. Miss Heather grows strawberries on 10 of those acres where you can go pick your own in the spring. And the family also has 200 mama cows on the farm. But of course, Miss Heather says everyone is welcome to come out to the pumpkin patch. They're open every day until November 8th. And we'll have those details for you on our website, twilatv.org, as well as some tips on which varieties will give you what you're looking for as you're getting ready for fall and you want to plant those pumpkins as well yourself, because that is such a great activity to get the kids out in the garden and really get them involved in agriculture, because if you're growing up in a city, you don't get that opportunity. I mean, we grew up on farms, so it was a little different. You got to have that connection and get to have things like that. Did you go up to community gardens or anything when you were growing up?
That didn't really exist. I'm going way back there. I mean, my grandparents had a garden, and so I'd go in that every now and then, but I didn't. I mean, my father worked in the oil field, and we lived in New Iberia, which is sort of agricultural. I mean, that's
right.
Later on, all the sugar cane that's out that way. But your background, you've got a family, what, in Arizona, California? Tell me a little bit about your ag background.
Arizona and California, we did a lot of produce. My grandmother is the date lady. She was the first woman to have dates out in Bard, California. So that's kind of the biggest thing they're known for. Some citrus and a little bit of cotton as well as more my grandpa's side. So it kind of spanned a lot of different things. Very different than what I see here. I mean, soybeans, rice, sugar. And I mean, it's just been fascinating to get to learn about all of those things, and I mean the cows and everything as well.
Well, Rebecca, we're happy to have you on board. We look forward to seeing what you bring us in the future. Thank you very much, Rebecca Buchanan.